All right, all right, all right. I think we are good to go. Putting the headset on. And, all right, I think we are good to go. All right. How you guys all doing? How you guys all doing? Late night stream this time around, I know. It's a little bit later than usual. And if you're looking at the title, don't fuzz about it. It has a purpose, all right? I will most likely change the title in a couple of minutes as I think of a better one. However, it's the subject, and I thought, you know what? Let you guys decide what the title should be as I give you all my story. There's two main things I want to do right here. Give you guys a little update on the current situation. There's a new proposal, there's this idea, there's a couple of responses. We need to discuss those. Mostly because it concerns the future regarding people that have used UST, for example, specifically Anchor. But also, there's kind of a new use case which is coming for Luna as to why I'm calling it not dead. And you'll see why in just a second, all right? Because you got to ask yourself this. Is Shiba Inu dead to you? Yes or no, right? It's a very good question to ask because the way in which Luna is being used right now is literally as a meme coin of people being like cult-like and saying, you know what, this thing is going to pump to freaking 1 cent again. Is that dead? For the original purpose, yes, absolutely. It has a crazy community though. People are really, there's a lot of accounts with 800, 900,000 followers over on Twitter of people going absolutely berserk over any piece of info. It's literally become a meme coin. So the community is so alive, the people have so many expectations. Can you call that dead? Once more, for the actual use case, absolutely garbage. I don't think it will survive that. But is the coin itself community dead? No, not really. That's one thing people should actually understand there as well, right? However, again, Luna, let's make it really clear. The way it was before, it ain't no more, all right? Eventually, something might come of it, sure, but in the way it was before, no, I don't think so. I think people have taken off their little tinfoil hat right now, and they understand this ain't it. Then again, Vitalik Buterin has let go some words about that, and a couple of other key figures have let go some words. I think it's interesting to watch this, so we shall definitely do that. All right. So having said that, if you guys ever throughout this video think of a better title, just put it down and let's cover some stuff and we'll get to a conclusion, I think, a little bit later down the road, all right? So yeah. Let's actually go for the full screen because once more, I think we're a little bit laggy on this one, so I think full screen might be better. So first of all, Tether. What a chore. I've literally been following Tether for like the entire half day or so. And it's funny to me to see how USDT is actually not holding up to $1 quite well. And I honestly think that this is one of the biggest causes for panic in the crypto community right now. I've seen so many people ask me like, hey, what does this mean? Is Tether going to be next? Now, honestly, I don't think it's going to be next, nor am I very afraid of it. But it's not amazing, and that's also partially because they have a lot of these people keep saying they're over collateralized, they have so much money, it's all $1 well, they have these Evergrande bonds. Let's not talk about that. These commercial papers, people are indecisive about whether or not it's actually properly backed. Let me change the title, guys. What do you think is the best way to do it? Because I just wanted to have one title so I could go start streaming, and then once we were talking about things I could change it. That's what my thinking was, right? So let's think about it. New Luna / UST Revival Plan 2. New I'm thinking of a new title, by the way, which is what I'm doing right now. New Luna UST Revival Proposal, Ripple XRP Lawsuit Update. All right, there we go, new title. All right, so I will not talk about whether or not Luna is alive because you guys are being too fuzzed about that. So I'll stay away from using that title, right? All right, so having said that, let's cover the whole story. USDT is having a little trouble right now in paradise, as you guys most likely have already seen. There's this new proposal, which is the start of the title. Persian Capital put up about a day ago or so this interesting idea, and just now, about 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, Vitalik Buterin of Ethereum replied to it, and that's interesting. So, some interesting data on UST and Terra's Anchor protocol. There are 256,000 wallets. The top 1,000 Anchor wallets own 82% of all UST. The poorest wallet in this top 1,000 has 955,000 UST. This is great news for UST and Anchor depositors. Why? Let me explain. There's currently a proposal on the official Terra forum. The goal is to make people whole again using the Terra $1.5 billion fund. But there are different ways of doing this though. One way would be to return, let's say, 30 cents on each UST invested to every wallet, which I personally think would be okay, but that's, not really juicy. I mean, 30 cents on each UST invested to every wallet, yeah, it's okay. Not amazing, but okay. But this way, Terra's funds would disproportionately flow to rich whales who were holding most of the UST at the time of the depeg. Then again, I think this is a logical idea, right? If you were holding more money, you actually get more money as well. They're basically making it sound as if it's more logical if all of a sudden these smaller fries were to get a lot of money. Then again, if I had $1 billion in it and my friend has $10, it would be logical if I get more money back than the guy, right? Would I think so. So, and the guy is saying, and you'd only be making everyone just 30% whole. In reality, most people would still feel bitter. So let's explore another way. Again, I'm not saying this is a good idea, I'm just saying it's an interesting one. The second way is to prioritize smaller wallets. People who had a couple thousand or more of UST deposited in Anchor. If Terra just focused on the poorest 99.6% of wallets, they could make this gigantic group of 100% whole. And yes, you read that right. I repeat, by prioritizing the bottom 99.6%, Terra could literally afford to return every dollar that was invested by the poorest 99.6%. How come? Well, the very vast majority of UST is held by regular people in smaller wallets, non-B/millionaires. This is potent hopium. The benefit of prioritizing smaller wallets is way more people would be made 100% whole, good for community sentiment, it's easier to manage the remaining group of rich whales after the big group is whole, and one group could argue it's fairer. Poor people need the money the most. Incorrect, necessarily. I mean, it's not by definition true because one person could have, lent out this house to get into this. So that doesn't make a lot of sense. A little side story. Something similar happened after Madoff's Ponzi collapsed. In the end, Madoff's investors received 70 cents on the dollar. However, smaller investors were prioritized. Investors with 1.7 million or less, received everything back. So most of Madoff's investors were made completely whole again, except for a few ultra-rich / hedge and pension funds who received back only 70 cents on the dollar. All thanks due to a functioning judicial system. In DeFi, investors might not be as lucky, but I digress. Please note, I've done my best to read and understand the proposal the best I could. I cannot guarantee that I got everything correct. Confession is, I'm still new to DeFi. If you have any thoughts, feel free to comment and kindly keep things civil. 4 members strongly support this proposal, and so do I. I hope it gets implemented. So if you are one of the 200 IQ Terra developers with close ties to the leadership, kindly tell Do Kwon and others to go forward with this. Finally, here's a link to the proposal on the official Terra forum, authored by a person who goes by the name of Fatman. Shout out to Fatman, you did a great job researching and writing it. If you read until here, you are a real one. To spread the knowledge, you could also retweet the first tweet, which is about basically the story, right? So this is the start of the story. So this proposal is only about people who used Anchor, which is again what mostly UST was used for. And guys, if you don't remember, the whole UST Terra drama, Luna drama, is mostly about the fact that you can cash out $1 worth of UST or 1 UST for $1 worth of Luna. So if people are cashing out a crazy amount of UST, well, that leaves people with more and more Luna. You don't really want that to happen. You want people to go in and actually give $1 worth of Luna to burn that basically to get $1 worth of UST. That's basically what you want. $1 worth of Luna for $1 worth of UST. And generally speaking, there was more of that happening because the Luna price kept going up, so you keep getting more and more UST for it, which is why eventually there's also this APY, because they basically had an overflow of money coming in, so to speak. That's why people call it a Ponzi scheme, because the moment that people stop putting it in, well, it kind of messed up, so to speak, right? Then again, I personally don't think this is a really good idea, but Vitalik from Ethereum had a response to it, and I think it was actually rather interesting. So let's quickly take a look at that if we can. But I'm also doing this to hopefully close as many articles as possible. I have a ton of things to discuss over in this video. And everybody, real quick, if you're trading Luna right now, it's a very big risk, but it's definitely possible to make a crazy amount of money with it. A lot of you guys in the comment section are making crazy mad dough. And I honestly think if you're buying the dip for Luna, to just quickly make some money, it's definitely feasible, right? It's surely possible, and I would highly recommend everybody to at least do some research into it. So Vitalik said, strongly support this. Coordinated sympathy and relief for the average USD smallholder who got told something dumb about 20% interest rates on the US dollar by an influencer, personal responsibility, and SFYL for the wealthy. The obvious precedent is FDIC insurance, up to $250,000 per person. An interesting unrelated one is Singapore employment law, stronger regulation for low-earning employees, and more figure-it-out-yourself approach for the wealthier. In my opinion, things like this are good hybrid formulas. So to me, it depends a little bit, because I would kind of have it like this, right? Anybody gets up to a certain amount back per wallet. So then again, you're privileged the more wallets that you had. If you spread your money over 10 wallets, you'd be more privileged, sure. However, that's the entire system that they've thought of. But I would see it like this. Let's say you have a wallet with $1 million in it. I'd rather have, in that sense, right, that everybody gets 50,000 maximum back. So anybody that has $1 million, they get maximum 50,000 back. But hey, at least it's something, rather than only replenishing those smaller people's wallets than everybody. And again, this is the newest idea that's been brought up, and Vitalik responded to it regarding UST. And it's very important to understand this. It is very, very important to understand it. This has everything to do with Luna. It has everything to do with Luna. Chris says, Rand sold Luna, then I sold to 2 mil in 3 days. Pat says, I made 500x on Luna from 0.000 whatever 6 to 0.0003. Thank you, KuCoin. Please don't say thank you to me whatsoever, or say thank you to KuCoin, because they could have also taken all your money. What about people on exchanges like Binance? That's what people have been asking like crazy. And you'll see in just a second, there's a couple of issues with everything, but there's so much to cover here, man. I have so many things. I'm going to start closing things as well whenever I've talked about them, all right? So if anybody ever asks what were we talking about, this was like the proposal idea from the get-go, right? I'm going to start closing things so I can close tabs. We also quickly discussed the fact that Tether's peg is in a little bit of a situation right now. It's not going too well. It's actually a little bit below $1, but it's not the price deviance that matters too much, because it's very little. It's the fact that it can't stay close to $1 right now. Is it because of all this crazy amount of volume? Perhaps. However, the fact that it can't stay true to the dollar is making people really cautious with that, and I think a lot of people are switching over to USDC, as we know the proper backing by BlackRock/Citadel. All right. Let's see here. All right, I have so many articles open, guys. Just stick with me here as it gets a little bit slow, as I have about 1,000 articles open over on my little bar right there. However, if you're wondering, Joseph, it's basically, if you have it on exchanges, this has nothing to do with you, which is why people are not happy with it, because they basically give up their reserves, give up their only way out, purely to help some people out. Then again, it's not everybody or anything like that. Over on the Terra Ecosystem Revival Plan, this was over on the official Agora from Terra, the official forum. There was this revival plan from Do Kwon, right? You guys read it yesterday with me. I went over it during my stream. There's a lot of responses, though, and one thing is very interesting, is this one right here. Hi, Do. I hope you're doing okay. Please check out this proposal, which has a lot of views, to use the remaining funds as a tiered refund pool to lower-level UST holders, which is basically what we just read, right? That's the previous one. However, this is the original response. I believe it's the best way forward. Thank you. Edit, I reviewed your proposal, and I can't feel like it comes off as trying to put Band-Aid on a dam. My primary questions. Okay, we forked the network, and now what? Why would value come back? USD doesn't work as intended. Anchor and Mirror broke. Luna's name is destroyed forever. Where would the liquidity come from? How could you possibly propose giving 40% to old Luna holders and 10% to new holders? How is that at all commensurate, considering new holders got billions and trillions of Luna tokens at less than pennies to the dollar? Most importantly, where are the LFG Bitcoins? How many are left? What happened to the market maker loan deal? And on a more personal level, although you don't have to answer this one, do you feel you have a responsibility to process some refunds to UST holders with the hundreds of millions of dollars you personally enriched yourself with through the whole Luna machine? I wonder about those last questions, right? Did this guy make a lot of money? Did he kind of mess off and let us go, or what? I kind of wonder about that, but we will not get the answer on that one. It's just a little fun, this is like, he put up the proposal that I just read to you guys mostly, and I wanted to kind of also get you guys in on the question that he has as to where he came to this conclusion. The only caveat to this one is the fact that if you had anything on exchanges, you're kind of screwed. And the fact that this is mostly for the people who had a little amount of money, which I guess is not necessarily bad. The majority of people do. So at the end of the day, that's a good thing. I personally think as long as they reimburse everybody under $100,000 or so, the majority of people will be fine, right? At least I kind of think so. But that would kind of leave every option to revive UST in the future dead, because they'd reimburse so many people, but the big guys not. Well, and the big guys are the guys who make you money, basically. Not. I just think they kind of be shooting themselves in the foot. Then again, it might work. It depends on a couple of different factors. So, will the recovery plan be successful in keeping Luna afloat? It depends on how you view it. Will Luna keep surviving? As I described before to you guys, I honestly think Luna's not dead. It just depends on perspective. I think Luna will survive. However, it will have a new purpose. It'll mostly be meme coin-ish rather than an actual project back in the stablecoin, the algorithmic stablecoin. Before, the whole Luna stablecoin offset was, okay, Luna is basically an idea for mostly yield farming on-chain with some back end of the stablecoin, which most people didn't understand. I think that part is dead. But for the rest, yeah, it can pick up a use case as a meme coin. And I think the majority of people are seeing it that way right now, right? The whole idea about this newer coin, the new Luna 2.0, I don't fully understand exactly how he meant to make that work, because I don't really see people being really excited for it. I don't really see people thinking, you know what, I want to have Luna. I'm going to hold on to this forever. I'm going to tell my mom and dad about this one. Doesn't make a lot of sense. A lot of you guys are saying wait for the eclipse. I've seen it a lot on Twitter as well. Terra skyrockets 1,000% on bullish sentiments as traders envision Luna as the next Shiba Inu. Once more, that is the new use case. Accept it. Although it's kind of stupid, although it's not so nice, it is literally the same dream that's been taken over. People are right now going over on Twitter, getting crazy excited over every single announcement, but also they're saying, Luna to a cent, Luna to a penny, Luna to $1, Luna to a... But in reality, there's no more inherent value to the network for right now. There's absolutely nothing which should increase the price as it currently stands. So the fact that people are saying this leaves me a little bit worried, to be honest with you. It leaves me a little bit worried. Yeah. So how many of you guys in the chat box right now are holding Luna? Let me know quickly, just for fun. How many of you guys are holding Luna right now? All right, then I had an article that said this. Citadel Securities BlackRock push back against rumors of involvement in Terra Luna collapse. We actually talked about this before, right? We talked about before how they're saying no. At the end of the day, though, there's so many new ideas about what can happen to the money or why exactly it was caused. I went over a whole different scenario earlier today with you guys in the stream. Went over all these possibilities as to why potentially this was done. But also the new plan, like, let me say it like this. It doesn't make a lot of sense with the new proposal that they've been given out. Any proposal that I've read here is not just that good. The only thing I can accept right now is that Luna will never die, most likely, but go into the meme coin realm instead of being an actual utility coin. And this new Luna 2.0, I don't think will work. I haven't really seen any good plans for it just quite yet, so I'm not really excited about that. Here's Crypto Panic. I think we'll cover a little bit about that later today. I have some ideas to cover there. Let's quickly go and start from the start here again. Let me see what else I have from the get-go here. Because I have so many things open. I want to close as many things as possible, as I said. Hopefully you can go a lot through the story. Yeah, as well, it's funny. If I asked you guys this like a week ago or so, there would not have been many people who had more than like who would have had more than 100 Luna. Right now, the minimum number I see is like a couple 100,000. So some guys I see has 25 million Luna as well. I want to talk briefly about the Bitcoin price, but I think we can skip that for today since Bitcoin price is coming down, but we still have tomorrow to go. And right now, Luna, Bitcoin, it's like in a strange situation where nobody knows exactly what's going to happen for the next couple of hours. Bitcoin just keeps trading lower and lower, but not significantly, not too crazy. And by the way, my light is very dark all of a sudden. Not sure why this is happening. Pad says live again. Yep. Let me actually quickly share the stream over in Twitter. Forgot about that. And Telegram. I'll skip Discord this time because it's not as urgent as the other ones. But I think, yeah. Anybody watching my streams early today still know that my laptop is still cooked for some reason. I've tried a couple of methods to make it work again. None of them have worked out so far. It's not my internet. I've checked it out. It is not. It's just my laptop for some reason. It might be OBS. I'm sitting in there. Then again, it's hard to say, man. It's really hard to say. It's hard to say. I'm putting it on Twitter. Check this stream out right now. There we go. All right, by the way, you have about 2 hours more to enter into our giveaway. If you've not entered yet, it's 2,500 XRP. You have 2 more hours. So just go to the link down below and enter, right? 2 more hours is all you have left. So I'd highly suggest you check it out right now. Yeah, but we shouldn't refer to it as Luna Inu because a lot of people wouldn't understand and they'd actually think we're buying a new token and they would pump that. Most likely it's going to pump already on its own. All right, then we have a lot of memes regarding Do Kwon and his stands regarding people before. He was really laughing at a lot of people's faces for a long time, and now he's the one getting laughed at. Then again, you guys got to remember for yourself, it's not as if this man is poor or anything like that. There's a very high probability that this guy has hundreds of millions of dollars in his own personal wallet. So we can laugh at him, but only so much. And we can also regard it with, like, people have been saying, oh, but why is XRP this? Why is XRP that? I don't think you can compare XRP and Luna to one another. All right, so first of all, on the basis that they are completely different purpose, completely different coin, completely different idea, but also the lawsuit ideas behind them are so anything is different basically. They're incomparable. I would personally say the SEC or whatever has to look into Luna / Terra, into the whole system, either on false promises or whatnot. I don't really care exactly what. But also people shouldn't say like, oh, but Ripple is also dead, XRP is dead, anything like that. If you guys remember, people thought it was dead the moment they got sued, yet the price didn't fall as low as Luna did it? It didn't whatsoever. Gyoza says he probably changed 2,500 XRP to 2,500 Luna. If I did that a week ago, people would have rejoiced. If I did it right now, people wouldn't be so happy with me, huh? No, but definitely. Tomorrow we're doing a 2,500 XP giveaway. The giveaway is closing, however, in about I think an hour and a half or 2.5 hours. One of those two. So if you're not entered yet, make sure you enter right now. Pat says, if it goes to $1, that would be 7 trillion market cap. Not possible. Well, they're going to about 1 billion coins. So, since they're lowering it down, so that most likely would change again. Here was a Twitter, oh no, sorry guys, a Reddit post about the death spiral. We covered this before, and how basically the moment it started to go bad, it would only kind of get worse. We covered that already though in detail, so I don't think we need to cover that again. Right? I don't want to bore you guys with too much. Here was about Bitcoin whales, and I think we have the majority of the Luna stuff covered. I think now we have more of Ripple stuff for a little bit. Any of you guys are into XRP here in the chat, or mostly Luna fans, or anybody holding XRP in the chat box? Let's quickly see. Do we have any XRP fans in this chat right now? Brad says, I foamed and bought a whopping $25 worth of Luna and suspect I will be a millionaire by Monday. You know what? You'll never really know for sure. You never really know. All right, so a lot of you guys are into XRP. So there was one small little update regarding the lawsuit, right? Actually, two of them. So the first one was a new freaking delay, and a lot of people were making memes, but I've ignored them now because I was looking at the memes thinking, oh, this is really funny, and then thinking, you know what, who gives a crap about those freaking memes, right? Never mind, of course not, guys. You already know. I show you guys the memes. Whenever I find funny memes, I have them show them to you. All right, I always do. Then again, the computer's a little bit slow. I've tried to close a couple of things. It's not really working just quite yet. You know what? Give me a second. Can I actually... Wait a minute. What if I... Let me try something. What if I close this? Can I close some of this stuff? Is that working? Not really. Okay, the idea was nice. It didn't work, I think. Whatever. Maybe it did. No, it definitely did not. This is like a little funny meme. Man, it's not so funny anymore. The computer was too slow to make it fun. Again, I can keep clicking away tabs though, right? So maybe we're making that better. I had like 100 tabs at the start, maybe something like that, because I just want to keep showing you guys more and more stuff. Breaking. Ripple and SEC filed joint motion to request time extension in ongoing lawsuit. This was absolutely not important. Whenever you're seeing an extension, right now, just ignore it, man. At the start, I would get really infatuated with it. I would really go and read every single part of it, be like, oh, I want to know exactly why they're delaying. But that had to do with the actual, like the discovery phases and whatnot. Here, there's just lawsuits for specific motions, and all it does is it adds a couple of days, not a couple of months or so, to a decision that's going to be made eventually. But it really doesn't matter too much. Just a couple of days every single time. And the general scheme of things are not really being changed. Otherwise, I'll tell you guys about it. This is, however, interesting. Ripple defendants filed a response to the SEC's attorney-client privilege claims regarding Hinman's speech and note. So again, my usual go-to every single time I read something like that is to go instantly to people like Jeremy Hogan, which I'll do in just a second here, and see what they've posted on the matter. The reason is, we can read it for ourselves, sure, but they'll have a way better approach to it. They'll know exactly what to scout for, and they'll know what makes an argument strong or weak. Whenever I read Ripple's documents, I always think, wow, that was really good. The SEC doesn't stand a chance. And then the judge just decides in their favor. So from that perspective, I'm always thinking, like, you know what? We'll just do, we'd rather just check whatever they say. Somebody says, let's see here. Dusty, I know you're a fan of Crypto Eri, for sure. I like her a lot. She's a very nice individual. Have you seen any of this stuff about OnXRP or XPunk with the upcoming XLS 20? The thing is, the majority of those things are, again, I don't want to say bad, but a lot of these things are purely designed to make the people who founded it just extremely wealthy. There's absolutely no utility they're trying to make for crypto. It is just, okay, a couple guys sitting in a room thinking, okay, how can we get really freaking rich? What can we do? So what utility do we bring? Nothing necessarily. We just want to get really rich. What's the best, easiest, quickest way to get rich? Same thing for a lot of those top NFTs on Ethereum, really, like the Bored Apes and whatnot. That I would say that's a little bit different purely because it just worked really well. And so now it's gone from being only an enrichener to being a proper ecosystem of its own, I would say. But before, not really. It wasn't necessarily a good thing to buy. And the same thing goes for a lot of these things over on the XP Ledger as well. Many people out here are not trying to make the world a better place. They're just trying to enrich themselves, which is not essentially bad if, as a byproduct, you're making things better. But if you have a zero net gain for the world or for the crypto community, then I usually don't support it. A lot of these XP things are that, I find. Ross Reynolds coming to the $10 saying Luna will beat out XRP, lol. I mean, I kind of hope so. To be honest with you, that would be amazing in terms of price, right? I would get crazy rich off of that, so I'm not against it. All right. Jeremy said, Solomon continues to amaze. He takes the finding that the speech was Hinman's personal opinion and shoves it down their throats pretty hard. The SEC really messed that up. How can Hinman receive legal advice from the SEC lawyers for a personal opinion? But, scroll. Solomon also plays a veteran move in responding to the SEC and argues that only Hinman has the standing to even raise the privilege and not the SEC. It's good legal work to take an issue down to a basic premise. It is even the proper party to object. Is this even the proper party to object? Hence, King Solomon crowned the king. Not King Solomon, but King Solomon. That's confusing, right? Because King Solomon, you also have King Solomon on Twitter. He also said, see the chart at the first blue arrow? That was Amazon crashing after the dot-com bubble by over 500%. The second blue arrow is the Great Recession crash, losing 55%. I always wonder why people say it like this. How can people say it crashed by 500%? How does that work? Crashes happen, know what you own, and you'll be fine with time. I don't, hence I'm still working. I didn't, hence I'm still working. Oh, he didn't hold on properly, huh? Does anybody want to become a U.S. citizen? Oh, because he got his degree? Then again, regarding the lawsuit, so this is just really, really nice. Once more, for anybody that didn't understand, he takes the finding that the speech was Hinman's personal opinion and shoves it down their throats pretty hard, because that's, again, what the SEC found and SEC said. The SEC really messed that up, because now they're claiming the other side. How can Hinman receive legal advice from the SEC lawyers for a personal opinion, right? How can those emails be protected if it was just his own opinion that he was portraying to the people? And that's what makes these things kind of difficult. All right. Do Kwon's roadmap for Terra USD to regain its peg as Luna tanks. We talked about this before. It makes absolutely no sense. The whole idea I don't fully understand. What I also don't grasp, guys, and maybe you all know. So if he wants to go to 1 billion supply again, does he talk about Luna 2? That he wants to go with 1 billion for? So he basically went to, right? I think that's all right. Because I don't think there's any real burn going on for the actual Luna right now. As far as I understood, that was their idea. But it will only happen if people actually start to basically sacrifice their Luna for UST again. That's the only way in which Luna will get burned and the supply will actually go down. But people aren't doing that. They're doing the exact opposite, as it's making them more money. Difficult. All right, to not go too far onto the dark side, let's cover a couple of pieces of crypto news, all right? So this is not necessarily Luna related, just everything that's important right now. BNY Mellon, Singapore Sovereign Wealth Fund, participate in crypto data platform's $170 million fundraising round. Just know that more and more banks are getting into crypto, and a lot of these hedge funds as well. They know they want a little slice of the freaking pie. Then again, it's for Chainalysis. We already talked before about how governments as well might really get deeply into it. This company is now worth $9 billion, but it's quite logical because they're doing a lot for the crypto community. Then again, it has a couple of really, I guess, solid, let me put it like that, investors out there, which they were fundraising from. And yeah, I can't really explain to you guys how big Chainalysis really is and how logical it is, but it's funny to me to see how banks and bigger hedge funds are trying to get into that little crypto game. It's just a little fun piece of information, I think. That is interesting, right? I think so. Then we have on Cointelegraph, Bitcoin mining in Norway gets the green light as the proposed ban has been rejected. The proposal to ban Bitcoin mining in Norway was rejected in a vote by the Norwegian parliament on Tuesday. There's Norway. They can ban Bitcoin and mining in Norway now. That's according to a majority vote passed by the Norway parliament on Tuesday. Quote, having lost this vote, these political parties will likely make one more attempt at increasing the power tax specifically for miners, which is now their only tool left in the toolbox for making life difficult for miners. But I would say that's a really good thing over in Norway, so I'm definitely happy to read about that. Just wanted to share everything that I'm finding, right? I just keep sharing everything that I'm finding that I think you guys will find important. Dusty, make sure your PC is not overheating. Once more, it's a multi-$1,000 laptop. It's about 6 days old, almost 7 days old right now. It can't overheat because there's freaking only 17 Google tabs or so that has opened. It shouldn't actually do any trouble. It should be completely fine. So, then again, I bought one because the previous MacBook could not handle this. This MacBook is as shit. So, I am going to buy a PC. Then again, I'm thinking which country? Or should I buy two PCs? Because I mostly travel between two countries. But yeah, I'll just buy a PC. I think I'll do my mainstreaming over on that one then shortly. Or maybe buy a non-Mac type of item. Crypto Stoffel says Luna is pumping again. Man, Luna is really interesting to watch. It's pumping, dumping all the time. Spanka says, is there any way exchanges could go back to take a snapshot before Luna crashed? If so, maybe there could be some sort of airdrop to Luna holders who lost so much, as well as burn or redenomination. So the problem with that, Spanka, is the fact that if they do that, the value will instantly be dropped, because everybody will sell it. There's no actual use case for Luna anymore, so the moment you get your money, they will sell. This new proposal, new revival plan has that in the back of its heads. However, what then? What's the value behind this? It's like CZ gave the best example. If we were to now say, right, let's just fork Bitcoin from 2021, November 19th or whatever. And will all of a sudden that Bitcoin price be 69,000 again? People will just sell it like crazy and it will come right back down to this current price. So it's very hard. The inherent value is hard to build up, specifically if there's no underlying idea as to why it should keep any value. So no, that does not really work properly. When Luna immigration, I think it still has to be voted upon. I don't think they've decided yet. Just in, Nigeria issues crypto asset rules in a move that could boost adoption. There's been a couple of nice parts over in Nigeria regarding crypto. Some places have stated this is really bad news because they're thinking more of securities of it that way. I just read it in the way of they're looking into a lot of different ways to make sure that you need a lot of licenses to do things in crypto, but they're keeping the possibility open. So I can really see it as a bad thing, even though a lot of people perceived it in a bad manner. So just wanted to let you guys know about that over in Nigeria. Pretty big news. All right, then let's quickly see what we have over here once more, if we can. Oh yeah, breaking. Customers sue Coinbase over untold millions of losses from a stablecoin loss of a yen peg. So there was this one crypto, I don't remember the name exactly either, which was pegged to the yen, and a lot of people were really annoyed that Coinbase made them lose money. At the end of the day, if a crypto loses its peg, you can't blame the exchange for it, but people like to do so. And here people are saying, and I've seen this in the chat box a lot as well, people keep saying that Bybit did something to the price of Luna. It went from 0.0003 to 0.0001 or something like that, you guys said. I'm still not sure what happened right there, but I'm guessing there was no way around it. Guys, where can I buy Luna is Povilas's question. I think almost everywhere. Almost any exchange right now has it open again, I think. I think on most exchanges you can buy it right now. Mr. Chainsaw says, I'm hoping to luck up big with your XP giveaway. Man, make sure you enter the giveaway though, guys. It will end in about an hour or two, and there will be 5 winners. 5 people will win 500 XRP. Then again, I'm thinking of doing one straight after that again. However, I've been talking to a couple of sponsors to potentially get a bigger giveaway going, because I'm thinking of as well. You guys think with me here. Isn't it better if I get a sponsor so we can actually do a bigger giveaway of sorts? They get some promotion in the mid, but then it doesn't really cost me money. I'm trying to figure that out. But stay with me, right? I might get that done. That would be juicier even. Because this is right coming out of pocket right now. It's coming out of pocket. 2,500 XRP. Then again, I've been hyping it up for a little while, right? So I guess it's due. But a sponsor would be nicer for that stuff. And I think some crypto companies would definitely be down for that. At least. Should be. Right? Right? All right, let's see what else we had. We had Elon Musk claim Dogecoin has potential as a currency, and this really made me giggle because people are really adamant about this, man. Whenever I talk about Dogecoin, people in the comments section go, "Wow, Dogecoin number one, Dogecoin number one." It's really fun. It's really funny to me. It doesn't matter how new a laptop is. They are known to thermal throttle very easily. And you say it's hot there enough to take off your clothes. Maybe so. Then again, it's not 45 degrees or anything. It might be like 27 or something. So not so sure. Because again, I've been with this little bad boy in Dubai heat, 46 degrees or so, right? And it can still function properly. And I'm thinking, man, this ain't that hot. So it should function. Tapilo says multi-winners will boost fan engagement. We actually did a poll before. I asked you guys, do you want 25 winners, 5 winners, 10 winners or so? Of course, the more people, the more effort I have to put in. If it's going to be 100 winners, I have to go and manually send 100 people money. Very annoying. Then again, if people really wanted that, I was not against it, But people said no, because it has to be a little bit of a, wow, I won money type of feeling. So they'd rather have 5 people win 500, because that's a bigger deal. At the end of the day, we did this in a previous stream. We ran the poll. We asked, what do you guys prefer? And people said 5 times 500. So that's what it's going to be. Yeah, and this I'll make a different video about this this billionaire idea. The whole XRP situation, let me say it like this, guys. It is really strange the fact that Binance is so adamant about helping Luna / Terra. However, is really adamant at not talking about Ripple or the whole situation. I'm not sure why they never stepped in to let go of some statements. But with Luna, they did, right? I'm wondering how. Is it because it crashed that significantly that he had no choice? He said before he doesn't want to talk about other projects, but he had no chance. He had to intervene. But that does still make me wonder. Why are they so negative? Why is all the space so negative about XRP all the time? But in reality, they're pretty good. The fact that they really are so alive, even though they got so much shit on top of their head. It shows something. All right, and then I also had an entire video I could make about Cardano, I think, right? I have like so much stuff on Cardano. Are you guys holders? Big holders? A lot of you guys are. As far as I've read from the comment section, a lot of you guys are really excited about Cardano as well. I have so much stuff to read about that one, man. To read you guys on about that one. Al Holder says, our someone copycat just turned in through Apple TV and is delayed big time. Sorry about that, man. I'm not really sure. Badger says, Dusty, always great listening to you. It's cool this evening in Dubai. All right. Where you at, Badger? Maybe we should also host a. I've gone to a lot of these meetups with the Da Vinci. Over at before it used to be Address Skyview. He used to always do it at, and now it's I think in the Swiss Hotel Al Mujur or whatever. It's like a little bit above on the map. Not sure exactly where it is. I think it's a little bit above, a little bit top left of Address Skyview. For the Dubai people, all right? If you don't know Address Skyview, then I can't consider you a Dubai local then. Oh, okay. Well, come to, I'm not sure, maybe you've been, right? Maybe I just don't remember your name because I don't remember Badger. Come to one of those meetups then when there's one, right? We'll meet up. Gonna bro fist a little bit. How do you say it? Fist bump. Yeah, man, I think it's always funny to see people. When was the last time I met a lot of people? I think it was also in Dubai. I went to London. Oh, I met only one person in London, I think. I was in London a little bit ago, and there's only one guy that I met. Really nice guy, though. But it was because he was wearing an XRP hat. He didn't recognize me, by the way. But when I said the XP hat, he was subscribed. When I say, hey, wait a minute, which was funny. But I guess it's because I didn't show my face before, right? So a lot of people have never seen my new face. I've had this face for a long time, but you understand what I mean. Afi says, anything I ever buy goes down. That's the life of a crypto holder, my friend. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club, my friend. Badger says, where you guys meet up? Very often in the, as I said, Swiss Hotel Al Mujur, and before it used to be Address Skyview. It's like a big crypto meetup, and I'll announce it over on my Instagram the moment it gets there. Usually it's about once a month or so. But it was like last week, so you missed it by now. But Atlas says, I would have met you in London if you told me. Man, if you want to know where I'm at, usually I post a lot of updates over on my Instagram. That's your best bet. I was at the Swiss Board Conference. I was at the Coin Bureau Conference. So, yeah. Come to Cyprus. Next place I'm going to be at is France, Monaco. And I'm going to go to Canada shortly. Toronto I'm going towards. So if any of you guys are in Toronto, I'm going to meet up. At least I'm going to meet some people there for sure. It's going to be fun. I'll tell you guys about it if I know more, though. I'm going to Toronto for sure. I'm going to Malta, I think, as well. Not sure about Cyprus. Is Matty G legit? That was a singer of sorts, no? A young singer that I remember? Or is it like a Matty Greenspan you're talking about? When are you coming back to Holland? Not sure, to be honest with you. Not sure what I'd do there, but at some point. Tapalo says, come to South Africa. We speak Afrikaans. It's very similar to what you speak in the Netherlands. Yeah, there was also a meeting planned in South Africa, actually, but it was actually a couple months ago. And then the pandemic hit it harder again. And South Africa is a bit of a country where if you go in, it's sometimes a little bit annoying to get back out because a lot of countries, it said like, whoa, you can't have been to South Africa in the last 2 weeks or so. And I do want to travel out rather quickly again, right? So, Matty G is a YouTuber? Oh, I don't know. Dusty, be honest, you bought some Luna today? Hey, my friend, of course I bought some Luna today. If you think I'm not trying to make money here, then you're on the wrong end right now, right? Let me see how my Luna... Let's see how my Luna is doing, everybody. Let's see, all right? How much money did I lose today? I don't know. Let's see. Some of you guys are saying Luna is pumping again. We shall see, all right? The judge right now will decide if Luna can officially be considered pumping or if it's shit. Judge has decided. Judge has made money. Let's go! Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. We made money. You know what? We'll do a $50 million giveaway right now. No, just kidding. Didn't make that much money, but it was good. It's actually up again. Wow. Luna's a freaking meme coin if I've ever seen one. Literally, as I said before, it's a freaking meme coin. It's just a joke. It's absolutely a joke. And I'm treating it that way as well. I'm treating it like a little sucker. Oh, guys, I can't imagine my UST sitting in here. Oh, I don't want to look at it. Please get this out of my vision. My UST, I thought it was safe. No, please get this out of my way. Should I cash out my UST as well? And accept faith? No, I can't do that. Oh, my days. You don't want to know how much UST I have, guys. Looking at this wallet can make a person shake. Whew. Please tell me where I can buy Luna. I'm personally buying it over on Bybit. Then again, do as you please. For anybody that's using my Bybit link, there's actually a special giveaway for only Bybit people coming up. And if you didn't make an account, I'm sorry. By the way, if you've made an account, make sure you at least trade once. If you didn't trade once, you're almost eligible for no giveaway ever. So make sure you at least make one trade, and then you're fine, right? One trade is the most important. You don't need to trade forever. Make one trade, though. That's a very, very big caveat. People don't know that. You need to at least make one trade. Bybit actually said as well, we can do some cool thing where we make sure that somebody's... Okay, so again, there were two options. One is for any new trader that has come this month. So any person that's joined this month and made at least one trade, I can double somebody's balance up to $1,000. Or if I do it once a month instead of once a week. So I could either just give somebody $1,000 a week, basically, I think, if they have at least $1,000 or so, whatever. Or I could give somebody $10,000 a month, which is pretty crazy, you know? Pretty crazy if you think about it. Because what they basically said is they'll double somebody's balance to $10,000. Then again, make sure you get yourself a freaking account on Bybit. It's nice. At least I'm personally enjoying it. Maybe you don't. I enjoy it. I like the exchange. It's my favorite one, to be honest. All right, guys. Having said that, I think we've covered everything for the news stream for today. I will make for you guys. Let me quickly ask: are you guys excited about Cardano? Should I make a Cardano video explaining everything that's going on with that crypto, or would you guys not be excited about that? Please let me know yes or no in the comment section down below, and I'll get to it. Otherwise, I'll skip it and wait for a couple more days. But there's one big update that I want to share with y'all. That again, I'm not sure if you guys are interested in that. And yeah, I have a couple other pieces, but I'm not sure that that's appropriate for this video. Yeah, we have the Cardano hard fork news as well. Yeah. All right, so guys, I'm going to first slap my laptop in the face, try to fix it. If I can't, well, okay, so I'll just make videos then later today, right? I will not make another stream. It will be videos for the rest of the day only because I'm going to fix this laptop a little bit first. I'm going to slap it in the face. I'm really annoyed. Guys, the moment you see that Cardano video come out in a couple of hours from now, make sure you press the like button instantly when you see it. And guys, if you enjoyed this stream, make sure you press the like button on it as well. It was a little bit shorter than usual. It's also a little bit less viewers than usual, but it's all good. I enjoyed you guys' presence. You guys are amazing energy, and I love that. You guys already know. So we'll stream shortly again. I think tomorrow we'll do another stream, because why the frick not? You know, it's a lot of fun. So Cardano video later today, and most likely another one small update or so. We'll see how it goes though. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto stream or video later today or tomorrow.